Hello dear friends, today is vlog Beagle Coffee and Bagels in English, and today I'm going to make a little review of previous vlog in Ukrainian Beagle and I will add some new information. So talking about Franky and music. He was named after Frank Sinatra, so he's very musical in my opinion. But he is afraid of the guitar. When he first saw my father playing the guitar, my father plays very well, but Franky was afraid of the instrument, that it is quite big. Also, we're trying to use harmony, mouse harmony, I don't know in English how to call it, and he was also he wasn't very impressed and very happy about that. But sometimes when I listen to music, he can feel quite excited, I think. For example, I have video, the previous video on this account you can watch, or in YouTube, or on my Facebook page, Настя Коваленко, and the same name of page in YouTube. We were listening to a new song of Else and Vakarchuk, and he liked it very much, maybe because of the Ukrainian language, that it is quite melodical. Beagles are very musical. I watched a lot of videos where they are playing the piano and singing, or just singing, or our dog trainer Julia, her Zinenhund dog, is singing when she's playing this mouse harmony. So it's wonderful, and we decided that we should develop his musical skills, because we are quite musical family, especially my father, with a unique baritone. So that's why I think that Franky also, he's a good artist. He is very good actor. He is very sly, and when he needs something, he can pretend, and he can play different emotions. So I think he can be a good musician as well. So it is talking about music, and also on the 24th of August, when was Independence Day of Ukraine, in the morning I was singing the anthem of Ukraine, and I was doing it quite well as far as I understand. So I was trying to do it melodically, and it was quite loud, so he was afraid of my singing. But it was the first time. But the second time when I was singing, he was okay and quite happy. And once when we were walking along the street, the guys on the bicycle were listening to very loud R&B music or hip-hop music, and he didn't like it. He started barking, so I also don't like such kind of music, but I think maybe it's not about the kind of music, it is about loudness. He doesn't like loud sounds, or maybe he doesn't like R&B because he's my dog. But he likes rock, and he likes songs of Frank Sinatra. I don't know, maybe it is very maybe it's my opinion, my view, but I think that when he's nervous and I started singing, or father starts singing Frank Sinatra songs like My Way, or Let It Snow, or New York, New York, Moon River, so everything we know, Killing Me Softly, he becomes calmer, much calmer. So I don't know, maybe it works, maybe no. And he's British dog, so he likes music in English, not only British, but English and American singers as well. Today we are having next individual training. If there is, it will be in the evening, because today is quite hot day. So if I find out anything interesting, of course I will share. And also I wanted to tell you that except very sensitive ears to loud sounds, and just melodical ears, I can tell you that beagles have very sensitive noses, and I heard such fact that Julia, also our dog trainer, told us that story, and also I watched some videos from some dog experts, so-called dog experts, I call them, because they recommend if the dog is not patient or is not obedient, you should hit the dog into nose. And I know that when you do it, when shark attacks and you can hit the shark into its nose, it's good shocking therapy for shark, and you can save your life. But maybe any animal, I don't know, but dogs 100%, they have very sensitive nose. And if you kick, if you hit, and if you do it very strongly, the dog can even die. So Julia told us the story when Beagle, it was about Beagle breed, her acquaintances had Beagle, and that Beagle was running and he hit his nose very badly and he died. So for them it's very, it hurts a lot, for them it's shocking, and don't do it. And I can tell you that I'm against kicking, hitting, and any physical harassment, any physical bullying, because no, it is connected with animals and with children and people, adult people, because if no, for example, you can train the dog. You should be just patient and tolerant, and that's all. Dogs are very clever. If we're talking about dogs, and beagles are very clever. And I had some stereotypes about little dogs that they don't need training, and I heard such information from their hosts because they are quite silly, they are not obedient, but it's not true. Even little dogs like Yorks and other like Spitz or toy terriers, yes, they're very little, they look like toys, but you can also train them. And if you want your dog to be obedient, to be happy, to do what you want to do, if you want to be the host of your dog, not the dog to be the host of you, it's very important to train. And I don't understand when people don't know what to do and they don't look for an answer, and they try, for example, hit the dog, or they wear such collar which has, for example, electricity inside, and if the dog pulls very hardly, this electricity attacks the dog. I think it's not humanic, and I don't know. I don't understand really why people are doing that. So sorry for my emotional speech, but I really recommend you not. If you love animals, if you love creatures, if you love people, be polite, because I'm not sure that you would like that somebody attacks you physically or applies electricity to you, or there are some collars, with spines, which also can hurt when the dog is pulling you. I'm against that, and I can tell you that beagles are very, very, they're extremely. Sorry, bless me. I've got allergic reaction to ambrosia. Sorry. So beagles are very active and they are very unrulable sometimes. But I understand that I don't want to hurt my dog, because my dog has emotions, and I saw my dog crying sometimes if he feels bad, and sometimes it is connected that I feel bad, and he can even be empathic and feel my state. So it's unbelievable. So I don't want to be the source of his tears, even one tear, just because I don't know what to do and I'm very hot tempered and I hit him. Yeah, sometimes it happens when he attacks and he starts playing, then I see that he becomes aggressive, and he can bite very, it hurts a lot. And sometimes I can slap him a little bit. But even then I apologize, because really I understand that it's not the way. because when you beat the dog, when you hit the dogs don't understand. Even if the situations are close, for example, the dog bites, you hit him or her, it doesn't mean that the dog understands. The dog understands commands, so you should train them. You should use these separate words or phrases. You should repeat them from time to time and treat them with something tasty to fix this command. So everything is quite easy, but it needs time and it needs patience. But I understand that I train myself as well when I train my dog, because I train myself to be more patient, I train myself to be tolerant, and it's very important, and I am very grateful to my dog that he's my trainer as well. And now I think I became stronger physically and emotionally, and because I try to show him that I'm stronger than he is, because I'm his host. So it's quite interesting process. And the last story I wanted to share, on the 24th of August we went for a walk in the evening, and you could see the video in my stories. We experienced first when we went out, we heard very strong sound, very loud sound, and it was airplane flying. And I think it was the first airplane which Franky saw. He sat and he was shocked, and he quiet down and was just observing. And then when we came back from our walk, we saw 3 hot air balloons, and it was beautiful. They were colorful, the sky was blue, and they were pink and I think violet and yellow, and they looked very beautifully. And also it was quite strange sound, and Frankie was sitting and observing them, and it was very good. Yeah, but on our way home, when we came back from our walk, we met one man, and he asked me, "Oh, hello, you have Beagle. Is it very active dog? What about your Beagle?" And I told him, yeah, it's very active. I'm very tired because it was the end of the day, and I went for a walk with him, and all day I was training or playing with him. And the guy told me, "Oh, we also have Beagle," and I was very surprised, because they live not far from us. Oh, I saw that in the house he entered wasn't far, but it turned out that it was house of his parents, but they live in Dnipro city, and they have Beagle girl, and she's 2 years old, and her name is Candy. And it was her original name, and they left it. And he showed me the photo, and she's very beautiful. And our Frankie on the 3rd of September will be 8 months old, and he says that in half of a year Frankie will need the bride. So he and his wife liked Frankie very much, as they told me that he's very beautiful, handsome, he's man, sorry, handsome, and that he has very clever eyes, and that they would be happy to have such a groom. So maybe in half a year we will have wedding with Frankie, so-called wedding, yes. And I hope that when Frankie will be ready, when he is grown enough, we will have line of she beagles who would like to make family with Frankie. So that's all for today, and I wish you tasty coffee. Today I'm having Guatemala. It's wonderful. It has wonderful aroma. It has chocolate, sherry in its taste. It has raspberry jam, and you really can feel this acidity and balanced sweetness of raspberry and grape. So it's wonderful coffee. I really recommend you buy Mad Hats. I've got my power bank with their logo. So I'm fan of Mad Hats, and fan of good coffee, and fan of Beagles. If you have stories about your dogs, are they similar or not, or how you train your dogs, maybe you have some special also pieces of advice how to train them not using any kind of physical influence. And tell me if you have Beagles, are they very active or not, because this man told me that after 1 year old, when Frankie will be 1 year old, after that he will become more patient, like their dog. She's 2 years old now and she's more patient. I heard the amount of years, 3, that after 3 years beagles become very very patient, so they are like become older and adult. So I hope. So if you have anything to comment on about this topic, please comment what kind of music your dogs like. Do they play any musical instruments, or maybe they prefer listening to some musical instruments? Maybe they prefer listening to some bands or singers. So please share your ideas. You can do it in English or in Ukrainian. So have a nice day and obedient dogs. Goodbye.